Hi Nancy, so happy to be joining you today for the C. diff awareness walk hosted by the C. diff Foundation. My name is Ken Blount. I'm the Chief Scientific Officer for Rebiotics, a Ferring company, and I'm the Vice President of Microbiome Research with Ferring Pharmaceuticals. We're going to go for a walk today through a beautiful area of Connecticut woodlands. And where some of the areas that we'll go through today are kind of boggy areas called a vernal pool, but what you can see here is an awful lot of different types of plant life. Ferns, trees, mountain laurels, moss. You also see a lot of different types of animal life. In the spring we get little frogs called spring peepers come out and make a chorus for about a month. Then we have lots of tadpoles that grow up. We also have a lot of bugs some of the year, especially before those frogs come out. We can have some mosquitoes. Oftentimes when I go for this walk, it reminds me of the work I do with the human microbiota. Our gut is filled with trillions of different organisms that are important to our health. They help us digest our food, they help maintain our metabolism, they help regulate our immune system, and they help resist infection by bad bacteria or other pathogens. And one of those bad bacteria that can infect our gut is called C. difficile, or C. diff for short. C. diff infections are really a microbiota-centric disease. If our microbiota gets disrupted, oftentimes by antibiotics, and we're exposed to C. diff, then C. diff can grow in the spaces left behind and not occupied by a healthy microbiota and cause a really serious life-threatening infection. That's often treated with antibiotics, which do kill the C. diff. The problem is those antibiotics prevent the regrowth of a healthier microbiota. And we believe that a microbiota-based approach may be the key to preventing those recurrent C. diff infections. Specifically, if we could administer healthy microbiota back that fill in the gaps and prevent C. diff from growing back, then these patients would no longer have the recurrences. Think about the vernal pool we talked about earlier. If for some reason I lost all my frogs, then mosquitoes would probably take over, and it really wouldn't be a very pleasant place to be. But if I could find a healthy community of frogs to bring back into that area, they'd grow up, they'd take over, they'd restore the balance, get rid of some of those mosquitoes, and keep it in check and make it a much more pleasant place to be. We're striving to make that a reality, that idea, through the development of what are called investigational live biotherapeutic products. And those are what they sound like. They're investigational drugs intended ultimately for human use that are made up of live organisms. It's been a real pleasure to work on this. As scientists, we love to get into the lab and think about how to make new and better therapeutics. But one thing we love even more is the hope and the opportunity to see how that work could actually impact people's lives and improve their lives. And that's one reason we enjoy so much supporting and interacting with you and with the C. diff Foundation. So we thank you for that opportunity today, Nancy. We'll enjoy our walk, and we wish everyone out there a pleasant walk wherever your path may be. Thank you and take care.